You found the Beards and Badges podcast, the podcast where coffee is strong, beards are questionable, and training is non-negotiable. If you've ever cleaned your gun at midnight, trained on your day off, or wondered why your gear keeps getting heavier, you're in the right place. No fluff, no safe spaces, just experience, laughs, and lessons learned the hard way. So beard check, make ready, and let's send some freedom seeds.
Welcome back to Beards and Badges. I'm Paul. This is Aaron. Today we got a special guest with us here, Bo McCormick with Klinger Holsters. I know we've talked about his holsters on previous podcasts, and we've kind of teamed up with him, working with him on some holster designs and some different things like that. So we're gonna be talking to Bo today about his company and why he's doing it, and just some different good stuff you got going on.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Well, go ahead and tell us who you are, Bo.
So, Bo McCormick, I own Klinger Holsters. I think we bought the company about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really know why. It was kind of something different that popped up as an opportunity and sounded like fun. It's kind of right up my wheelhouse for engineering. And
Oh, you're an engineer.
yeah,
Sorry. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
I do try and prioritize like actual use engineering.
Yeah.
So like I make sure that you can get to the screw head with the screwdriver.
That makes sense.
That's a very important thing.
Yeah.
Very important thing, because not everybody looks at that for sure.
Yeah, like I've always prioritized that. Like I used to be in like actual mechanical, and it was like things getting welded, and I don't know how many times I'd have to fix things where people would try and have parts where like you can't get a welder in there to connect those. So all that stuff.
If you're welding, it is important to be able to get the welder to apply.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So not having it wire like 4 inches away, trying to like maybe kind of. No, it's.
I tried welding once.
Just once?
Yeah.
Was it a big old like monkey fist weld or
The first few, it was the kind, I don't know. So you've got a
TIG,
MIG
stick?
So this was the kind where it's got a handle thing. You pull the trigger and the little wire.
MIG.
That's a MIG. So I was trying to build some target stands, and I was just using like, I think it was 2-inch angle iron or something like that. So I just wanted to try it out. It was ugly, and I mean,
But did it work?
but yeah,
Yeah. Who cares?
Did
Yeah.
you have the gas on and set your settings right? And,
it was plugged in.
all right.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Borderline bomb making. Yeah, that's all good.
I don't think so. But it was my nephew's. But so you said that you had you and your wife own the company, correct? And did you guys had like no background in holsters or anything? It was just something?
No, we just kind of fell into it. It worked out to where, like I said, it was a good opportunity, and so we just kind of jumped on it. I was in medical devices, and then I worked at Baldor ABB for electric motors. So my background's kind of all over the place for engineering standpoint.
So what drew you to a holster company if you didn't have any?
I've always liked shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never went out and practiced and just was competitive or any of that stuff. I always found it fun and relaxing, and so I figured this was a good compromise on being able to have some fun and get back involved with guns and all that.
So what, as far as, I guess, kind of like, what is you guys' vision, your mission? How have you guys kind of built it up? And just like, tell us a little bit about your holsters and what makes yours a little more unique.
Well, for our holsters, it's kind of a unique setup because we've got what we call the core system. So our one shell for your specific model can convert between our hinge holster, our tuckable clip, and our gear clip. And the hinge holster will have inside or outside the waistband. So instead of needing to buy 4 or 5 different holsters, you can buy one holster as all your clips, and you just switch the hardware as life deems necessary.
Okay. And they're all ambidextrous too, correct?
All ambidextrous. I've taken a lot of time to make sure that when we do it, I'm covering mag releases. I know a lot of our competitors don't, and they don't on purpose. But for me, it was always a safety concern.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not in a gunfight, if you sit down at a restaurant, I don't want it to accidentally get hit and fall on the floor.
Yeah. Or if I go to draw that thing and that mag release has been hit and it just drops that mag just a little bit,
Yeah.
I get one press instead of however many I need, and then have to do a malfunction drill. So for me and Smith personally, one thing whenever we first met up with you, which in our line of work, we've been through all kinds of holsters, whether it be duty holsters and low pro or concealed holsters. I don't know how many different ones we've been through, and so we have some ideas of what we like to see as gun toters, and that was one thing that we really liked was the trigger guard is completely covered and the mag release is covered. We really like, and we love the idea that it is ambidextrous, so I don't have to I don't have to do anything specific. And if I run a inside the waist configuration, whether it be my appendix or whatever, and then I decide, well, this isn't as comfortable, even though we understand that carrying a gun is not just a comfortable thing, but there's a different way that I could carry this instead of me having to spend money on a whole nother holster and all that other crap. I mean, just throw on the attachments, and I can try a different configuration. Like, this actually works better for me.
Yeah, I tell people, because we get phone calls that'll come in and ask us, well, what do you recommend? I'm like, I can't recommend it for you. You have to try it. You have to find what's comfortable for you. I can tell you what most people find comfortable, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. But with our setup, if you can't find a comfortable spot to carry, as comfortable as it can be, I'm sorry. Maybe it's not meant to be for you to be a carrier.
And a lot of people, they don't I hate to use the word they don't understand, but in some ways they just don't, because most people are basing their opinions on either advertisements or they have their people that they watch on YouTube and they're saying this is the holster system that you need and all that other stuff, and everybody's different. Our body structure is different, everything, and so to have a holster that I can 100% customize to my body.
The holster will fit you. You don't have to try to conform to it.
Yeah.
I like too with the ambidextrous side of it, like when you go and try and buy one, having to make sure you get all the right drop down, some holster when you're trying to order, a lot of times a semi-custom holster based on what light you have or whatever, trying to figure out, do I need left-handed or right-handed? Because I've done that before where I ordered one and somehow got mixed up and got a left-handed one. I was like, well, this ain't going to work.
I've done the same thing.
And then you have to go try and drill it out yourself or something,
because you don't want to send it back. You're like, dadgummit, I've already got it.
Yeah,
I can fix this.
Yeah.
As a holster maker, no.
No. And as somebody that's done it, you are correct.
Yeah.
It does not work at all. And there are some really good holster companies out there.
There are,
but just the versatility of yours and the thought that goes into each holster, it's really good. And I know we've expanded, and you're starting to make some mag pouches.
We did. We worked together on that part of it to make sure that it was what it needed to be. It's hard to explain how much functionality that we built into everything that we do. It is 3 different ride heights. You got 3 different cants, depending on where you want ride height. You can put your standard regular mounts like belt clips on there if you want. This one's tuckable, as well as being so versatile. Or you can put the whatever the tech locks are. You got those bolt onto it.
Yep.
Like it. We have done everything we can to make this as versatile as possible.
Yeah. I've got some set up. So I like this clip because I can run it inside my belt, or I can turn it around and clip like on my, when we go to the range on my core battle belt, just to have a spot for an extra mag. I'll take one of these and just clip it onto the front since our competitions or stuff, or it's a cold range, we can't have, mags in our guns and stuff. I'll just go ahead and just have this on the front just as an extra place to hold another mag. And then when I'm not using it, pull it off and put it up. But the other thing two things that I really like about this, actually there's more than two, but the way that you've designed where you got this angle on the bottom of the mag pouch, because there is a certain way that mags should be stowed for efficiency and effectiveness on doing a fast, effective.
Repeatability.
Yes. Yeah. And that is for the bullets to be facing your midline, belly button, to where whenever you come down, get that purchase. So that way I'm putting the magazine in the exact same way every single time.
And it's hard to see. This actually does have a little bit of design in there to help remind you that, hey, that's backwards.
That's wrong.
But before you get to the bottom of it, like it fights you just a fuzz.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, flip that over, and it slides right in.
And then one of the other things, most of the mag pouches, single mag pouches like this, and even doubles that we've ran, typically there's either 1 or 2 points of retention. Like on a double mag pouch, most of the time it's a single screw in the middle that compresses that.
In the middle,
So what you end up with is one side of that mag is really tight. The other side's loose, and it's a pain in the butt. And then you've got others, they've got pressure on the back side, which is a good design. It pinches front to back, but again, it's just a single point. This one, you've got 4 points of retention, so you can actually conform this magazine to every single mag pouch.
Yep. As long as it's double stack, I'm still working on the single stack.
Yeah.
Those get real thin.
Because I've had a lot of universal ones that are singles and doubles that are supposed to be universal, and some stuff just won't fit in it because of only having that single point of retention and like single point of adjustability. But all my different mags I've tried to throw in there go right in, don't have any problem. So,
well, like the other day, so I'm getting ready to start running it's not a Springfield MP.
It's not a Springfield.
It's still a Smith & Wesson MP.
Still is.
And so I ran out to the range. I was going to run the gun a little bit just to make sure that I really wanted it. Well, I went to put the mag in, and those M&P mags are super wide.
Yeah.
So I had to make some adjustments, and this is the other good thing about bow. I made some adjustments, and that screw, in order to get the magazine with the right amount of retention, that screw is just barely hanging on. So went by Bo's shop, and which he's making me a holster for that thing. And we talked over the issues that we were having, and him and his wife Callie were like, "Oh, that's an easy fix." So just a longer screw, longer, and it worked friggin' perfect.
Yeah.
So that's another really good thing about them is they want to make sure everybody is happy. Understand not everybody's going to be happy all the time,
Yeah,
but if they can,
we try real hard.
Yeah, and you guys do great at that.
Yeah,
really.
Everybody's gonna have that one-off random thing that they're like, how come you don't have a holster for this? Gun was made one time.
We get a lot of those. I'm like, I've never even heard of that brand. Where did you find that gun? Like, the internet barely has that brand.
Anything on it.
So speaking of which, I know you got a lot of molds and everything already made. But if you do run across somebody that has a gun that they're wanting you to make a holster, but you don't have that model yet, can you help them out?
We can. I can't give them a timeline just because of how much stuff we got going on.
So what would that if I came to you and like say for example that M&P that I brought you the other day, you didn't have that exact one.
Right.
So what is your process for somebody like that wants the holster, you just don't have that mold?
So for us, I'm still trying to work out some of the details on my end. I would need the gun for probably about an hour, and then I'll start our process. And then it's kind of one thing that really sets us apart is I've got a high-end 3D scanner. So when I scan these guns, I'm getting like serial numbers coming up on my scan.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Like it is precise.
Okay.
And then I'll start working and designing the molds. We CNC everything in-house for the molds. It goes through my level of testing, which, again, going back to my background, was like medical grade devices. So my tolerances and my level of like this has to work is high.
Yeah.
And coming from that background, coming to this, where I understand if you're using this, your life's in jeopardy. So I take that pretty seriously.
Right.
Like I know that if you pull this out, you need it to work. You need it to work right. No failures. It's got to be right on. So, I design the molds, work through all of that. However many times I have to run it, I'll run it until I'm happy with it. And then that's when we can actually start the process of making a holster for somebody.
That's insane. The whole 3D scanning and everything, like that's nuts. I mean, to do. I've seen some of those happen a couple times, and I'm like, it's crazy the detail that they can get out of it, and just the precision of it.
What's hard is with the metal on guns, it's black and it absorbs all of the lights.
Oh, yeah.
So like 99% of the scanners kind of work where you have to like spray paint the gun first. And they've got 3D scanning spray, which basically you spray it on, it turns the gun white, but then you've got all that residue on there. It fades eventually. It takes a few hours so that you have time to scan, but it does fade. But I don't know what that chemical is, and since we're dealing with explosive contained explosions, like I don't want like the gun to like flames.
That makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
We bought a high-end 3D scanner that can scan black metal, and it does a heck of a job.
So when you're scanning it, and then you said you're CNCing them, what are you making your molds out of?
Right now, they're just out of hardwood.
Okay.
That way we have... So one of the things that we found was, one, hardwood is cheaper, so it keeps our costs down. The aluminum is like $150 for like the cheap piece of aluminum, and you can't do that in house. Like you got to have special equipment to do all that.
Okay.
So I'd have to farm that out on top of the material cost, and like that's.
Yeah, but the hardwoods do pretty well. I mean, they hold up over time and everything. And
they hold up pretty well. Every once in a while, like I'll have to recut it.
Sure.
But
I'm sure you get those files saved, so you're just having to
it's literally just recut it.
That's awesome.
And then, it goes pretty smooth once we've got it done. Like I said, those last for a while, and we haven't had anything too crazy. I think we had one that we still haven't figured out why it warped on us. Just about the fifth time, it just started curving.
Yeah.
It's like, what? All right, well, cut another one.
Sometimes you got curving it. You know.
Well, I guess. Yeah. So by you being able to do all of that stuff yourself in house, is that one thing that helps you keep the cost of the product itself down?
So that's why like we have the most adaptable holsters out in the market I would say they're up there with any premium brand you can find, but we have that middle tier pricing. Like that's
Yeah, because I think your standard one starts at
so our most popular is our gear, and it's $54.97.
okay. And then if so, you also sell the whole bundle that comes with every attachment available, and
Yeah, our core bundle has the shell. It comes set up as an IWB hinge holster,
okay.
and then it comes with.
Sorry, we got critiqued on this. For those that don't know, IWB stands for inside the waistband. OWB stands for outside the waistband.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that one comes with one holster set up, ready to go, all of the other clips that you'll need, and I believe the cushion for $100.
That's not a bad
That's
deal.
crazy. Yeah.
And they're all optic ready, correct?
They can be. That's an
be.
option.
So if they go to order one, click
Yeah.
that they are
And
or
that
anticipate
is
running an optic.
Something else that we offer that most people don't is every single model can be optic cut.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
So even if you have like a random gun that you decided to go get machined after you bought it, like we can optic cut it.
Oh, we also got critiqued on this. What we mean by optic is you can put an optic on top of your slide and you see through, and they're called red dots. And there's many different types, but his holsters are cut to where if you have any optic, and I think it is the biggest.
It's one of the biggest out there, yeah.
Yeah.
And it fits beautifully.
Yeah. Mine too. I mean,
Yeah.
fits great.
Yeah.
So what material is it? Is it Kydex or
Yeah.
okay? What thickness is it? Because I know yours are actually thicker than a lot of the ones that are on the
So
market.
we run a .08 millimeter thickness.
Cool.
So it's
Isn't the average like 0.06
Yeah.
or something like that? Yeah. So that's quite a bit. And
it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is.
yeah, so
Which
with
is-
that, it increases the rigidity.
Right.
of
And
it.
that's why with our ambidextrous design kind of needs it, because a lot of people cut that sweat shield off the outside. But with our rigidity, like you can reholster every time without any issues, even with that sweat shield on the outside.
Nice.
Yeah, and I primarily run off duty, of course, the inside the waist configuration, and just like what you said, since I know I'm a right-handed shooter, I trim off the outside sweat shield, but I've noticed that it doesn't, like whenever I'm guns out of the holster, it holds its shape, easy to reholster, and get that good positive click to know it's all the way in, and it's nice.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed mine. I've been running mine for about a month now, but that click is nuts. Like it's not going anywhere. Like you're not gonna have any problem with it.
Yeah, and you can tighten that down more if you need to.
Gosh, yeah. So that you got different. So what are the clips? What are they made out of?
So the clips are it's a proprietary blend. It's a nylon 12 tough is what it's called. So we actually have a industrial grade printer in our shop that we print all of this in-house. So it is like, I don't know where the Kydex comes from, but everything is done in-house, like all of it.
That's awesome. That's crazy. And I know we talked about it before when we were going over kind of our gear and stuff, that just the different types of clips and the different materials that they're made out of. One of my older ones that I ran for a while had metal clips on it, but would bend a whole lot and wouldn't come back to where they were, and they'd take it all the way off and rebend it or whatever, and then just got weaker over time. But these things, I mean, I take it off every day, multiple times, and have never had any loss of retention or loss of clamp or anything.
Our gear clip was injection molded, and it was still the nylon 12, but it was glass filled. And I actually took pliers and held it, and all right, it snaps at this point, and I took the pliers to this thing, and I bent it around, and it bent around, and I was like, all right. So I just set it on my desk, and the next day it warped slightly, like it had almost returned back to normal.
Wow. That's nice.
That was one thing I noticed on. He makes call it the cling ear clip. So it's
Actually,
you bring yours? Yeah.
I wear mine all day long. I forget it's
That's
on.
awesome.
So this thing, we were talking a little while back, and Bo was like, "What is something that you guys could use on the range and be practical?" And whenever we're teaching classes and stuff like that, or even if we're just on the range for a while, we always take our ear pro and we put it up here on our head or something like that. And if you're doing that for 8, 9, 10 hours,
it's annoying.
it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So
Headaches and all that.
Yeah.
So
Especially as like a glasses wearer.
Oh,
that it's constant.
It's a pain. So we started kind of tossing around some ideas, and he came up with this, which is, so this clicks onto your belt, and when it's not in use, it's up and out of the way, and when you are taking your ears off, you just drop that down, hang your ear pro on it. And so there's some other companies out there that do something similar, but the problem is they don't have a retainer clip, a little hook here on the bottom. So like if I bend down to pick something up, my ear pro actually catches here, and it's not. Me and Smith were at some training out of state, and there was the instructor had something similar, but it was a magnetic one, and it was just kind of flat.
Yeah.
And every time we look up, he's been out picking his ears up off the ground. Smith and I are running these things.
Never had a problem.
Yep. But so on these are set up for a 175, so you can run on a 1.75 inch wide belt or smaller. But on one of the competition rigs, the belts on those things, dang, some of them are almost a half-inch thick.
Oh, yeah.
So I was shooting a competition and had this on it, and at the end of the day, whenever I took it off, I noticed that it had kind of expanded out a little bit. It's still retained, but like he said, the next day I went to put it back on my battle belt, and it was back to its original shape.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, nifty.
That's nice.
But yeah, it clips up and out of the way, and it works.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I had mine out the other day, and my brother saw it, and he was like, "What is that on your belt?" And I was like, "Dude, this is the sweetest thing ever." And like took mine off and hung it, and he was like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because it's always so annoying. Like,
It is.
Or have to carry them around and everything. And,
some dudes will hang them over their mag pouch
Yeah.
or on their leg and all this other stuff. And,
Yeah.
Or off the pistol grip, and you just pop that down. It's out of the way.
I use mine every day, and at work.
Yeah.
Because I have hearing protection to run like the saws and the drills and
Oh,
like
heck
the
yeah.
CNC
Yeah.
machine. So
Yeah.
like as soon as I walk out of the room, like I can hang it and
Yeah.
do what I got to do before I get back to put my hear protection on. Like
that's awesome.
use it every day.
So where can people go to find stuff? Where's the best way to get things? Find out more information.
Yeah, and go to klingerholsters.com. Yeah, you can do that. You can stop by the shop if you're local. It takes us, we say an hour just to give us time to make sure everything's up and done correctly.
Yeah. That's for somebody scanning one, though. You've got holsters and stuff ready to go in the shop?
We have
or
some. If we don't have it in stock, we say it's about an hour, and we'll go make one.
Oh, sweet.
Wait, you make the holster right there
Yeah.
in about an hour, as long as you got the mold.
As long as we support the model,
It's pretty quick.
then we
That's
can.
pretty quick.
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
And that's given us some time to make sure that when we're done with it, we still quality check every single holster before we sell it. Everything is test fit. We run it through the paces before it goes out the door.
So what does that entail?
So like when it goes through the machining process, we drill it, we cut it, we route it to get the shape, and then we buff everything. So we'll go through and make sure that the edges are all smoothed out. There's no sharp spots left because the Kydex does turn sharp when you cut it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we take it in, we fold it, and once we've assembled everything, we still go through and actually put the gun in the holster, and we're testing like, okay, is this clicking? Is it loose? And we check for all that stuff before we ship it.
That's awesome. That's great. I mean, that's because I've ordered some before, and they've been like, "Oh, well, it's an 8-week lead time," and I'm like, "Man, it's a piece of Kydex. Like, it can't be that bad, right?"
Yeah.
Like,
Our longest that we'll let it sit is 5 days.
Wow.
If it's not out the door in 5 days, like I'm either in like the hospital
Yeah.
or something bad has happened.
That's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Especially with you having to make.
We shoot for
false
2 days, ship it out in
pretty
2
dang
days, but sometimes we get backed up.
Sure.
Stuff comes up. We are small family owned and operated, so if like family things happen, kids are a thing. We got to kind of account for all that. But the latest we'll let it sit is 5 days. It's going out the door.
Okay. So what else do you sell out of the shop there?
All kinds of stuff. We got.
Do you have any examples
Do.
of what you?
So after this SHOT Show, we just got in some stuff here. So we got Chocolates, which is the grip enhancer,
That stuff's awesome.
Yeah.
and
That
everybody
stuff's awesome.
loves it.
Yeah.
And so we've got bottles if you want like a bulk option, and then we've got single-use packets if you just want to try it out.
And realistically, with as effective as this stuff is,
That's more like two or three.
That's a
Dude,
couple of uses. Yeah.
Because it does not take much of this stuff
No.
at all.
Yeah,
So-
that's if you're going to be on the range for a couple hours, I'd say probably use about half of it and then reapply
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you need it. And then we picked up this stuff called Tactical Grit, which is a waterless hand cleaner that actually neutralizes the lead when you're done shooting. So it takes all the stuff that you don't need to be transferring to your clothes and your food and all that, and actually neutralizes it. It doesn't just wash it off.
You know, as long as I've been shooting up until, let's see, where was I at? I think I was up in Pennsylvania. Nobody had ever brought up the fact of, hey, when you're at the range, you get a lot of that lead transfer particles. You should wash your hands. Nobody has ever said anything about that.
Yeah.
And in fact, whenever the dude up there in Pennsylvania, he had these, they were wipes, which, they're the size of the little barbecue napkin thing. So it didn't do a whole lot, but it was something. I was like, what the hell do you use these for? I'm like, well, you need to wash your hands after you go to the range. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
He's like, really? And I was like, yeah, why? And he kind of explained everything to me, and I was like, oh.
Oh man, I've been doing this for years.
Never, not one single time.
The amount that you shoot, you're like, oh, this was probably really bad.
Yeah. So, you run sell core belts, the battle belts, EDC belts, which we absolutely love those core belts. They are fantastic.
We have a ton of core belts and different colors, sizes, buckle styles. We got a bunch of those.
Heck yeah.
We've got some belly bands. We've got purses, crossbody bags, fanny packs.
So pretty much anything that somebody that is wanting to carry or just go to the range and shoot. And you're recently started selling ammo?
Yeah. We just got ammo in. Again, after SHOT Show, we made some pretty good connections at SHOT Show.
Heck yeah.
Sweet.
So we've got some ammo in stock now.
Do you care if I talk about this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So, Bo, one of the things that whenever we first started teaming up and talking with Bo about is tack lights, holsters that will accommodate a tack light. And years ago with the size profile of tack lights, they're typically pretty big, but now they're coming out with super small models. Right. So you're able to kind of, the world of concealed carry, more people are starting to kind of run lights. And even in the classes that we teach, we ask, people, who all carries a light, and we may run across 1-2 people every once in a while that like, we run a tack light. And getting people to understand why a light is important, because even in broad daylight, there are dark places in your home.
Yep.
No matter what the outside lighting situation is, and it's even sometimes your interior lighting, there's still dark places in your home. So reluctantly, because he is a perfectionist, so he started. working on a design that will accommodate a tack light, and he started with this is my duty weapon and my duty holster. So again, I run the Walther Professional 4.5 inch, and I run a TLR, a Streamlight TLR 1. And this thing is all these guns are empty, but the cool thing that he is, and these are still in the R&D phase. So
Do you need to explain what a tack light is, or do you think
yeah,
should
that's
get
a
that?
good idea. So a tack light or a pistol mounted light is a light if the frame of your weapon has a Picatinny, or it will accommodate a light. They make these little lights that attach underneath the frame, and they're either a toggle activation or a push button, and they just allow you, because if you are using some type of illumination, you've got the flashlight in one hand, gun in the other, so you're doing one-handed shooting. The tack light allows you to maintain your grip, and you can illuminate, and everywhere that light is where your muzzle's oriented, at least.
Yeah.
And most law enforcement all run a tack light on their pistol now. And again, more and more, like even on my concealed carry off duty, I like a light on it.
Yeah.
So working on this, and it is a fantastic holster, and he's doing a couple little modifications because, again, as he stated earlier, he is an engineer, and they like
always tinkering.
Yeah, they like precision.
Yeah.
But it is a fantastic system, and we're really looking forward to whenever he gets to launch those out. It's going to be great.
Going with those,
really,
yeah,
really good.
Yeah, I like having a light on mine as much as I can, but the retention comes different because it's kind of got to hold on to that light kind of thing.
Yeah,
versus clipping on
that's
like the
why
trigger
I
guard.
hadn't made them.
Yeah,
and I hate the way they feel when you holster it.
Yeah,
like there's no click. There's
a little squishy.
Yeah, it's that mushy feel, and it drives me nuts. Like I have no confidence that yes, this is actually holstered. But working with defense specialists, like we're making some progress to where it actually has some audible or textile feel of like, all right, that's holstered. Mm-hmm. We're moving on with our day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And thank you for that too.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know you were uncomfortable with that. The first prototype he made.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I've got one ready for you to try. So I'm like, sweet. So I go up there and he's just like, I hate it. So I tried it out and I'm like, dude, this is freaking
great.
solid. This is, great freaking start. It's solid. You can hold the gun upside down and shake it. It's not coming out. And he's just like, oh, that's so gross. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, that is one thing I've noticed with some I've got one that like you put in, you can't tell at all if it's going to hang on or not. And I don't like carrying that holster because of it. Like I'm just always worried that it's just going to fall out if I have to do something or move.
Yep, that's
yeah.
But that is one thing that I like about these is I've managed to keep it trigger guard covered, mag release covered, even with the light. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
I've noticed with a lot of people with the lights, it gets a little wide around the trigger, and you can still get to the trigger. Yeah, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
no, that's solid.
Yeah.
So do the core battle and EDC belts. You've got some just regular range equipment and things like that.
Yeah, we've got some targets, reusable targets. Mm-hmm. We've actually got we call it the shot box.
Do you have one with you today?
I do.
Oh, you
have all your stuff on it then.
I'll get my stuff off of there.
So we've got the shot box, which you can buy individually, or you can buy on a subscription basis, and we mail it to you every month as a reminder, like, hey, it's time to go train. Mm-hmm. One of the big things for me was, like, I've been in martial arts my whole life. I've been in sports forever. If you're going to do something, you have to practice. Mm-hmm. And so many people think, oh, I bought a gun, I'm good to go.
Yep.
It doesn't work that way.
No.
Like, if you get lucky, awesome. But you need to practice. You need to know what happens when you pull the trigger. You need to be able to get back on target to pull the trigger again.
And one thing that whenever we teach in our classes, which is one thing I really like about your shot box, one of the things that we tell people is to change up your targets. Don't use the exact same target every single time you go to the range. That can actually develop some training scars. And so that's one thing that I really like that you do.
So our shot box is a skill in honing and ongoing training. So it comes with, like, literally take your gun, your ammo, and this, and you can go to the range. It comes with your eyes, your ears. It's got clips if you need to clip it, staples for a staple gun. We do sell the staple gun too. It's got our 4 standard targets plus a monthly specialty target, and then a high vis target so you can see if you've shot it or not. So these are, I always get these dimensions wrong, 17 by 13, I believe, somewhere in that range. So they're nice big targets. Like they are full color. They will tell you everything that you need to see.
The anatomy.
Yeah.
And these come standard every month, right?
These will be every month. You'll get these 4, and then
then the fun one.
The fun one, which is for whatever month this was broadside of the barn, where you can.
That's awesome.
Just start shooting the broadside of a barn.
That's really funny.
There was a guy
speaking
of broadside of the barn, sorry. There was a dude in the class we taught last weekend that he said, because we like to see, where people are at, how often they shoot and things. And this guy, he was like, man, I ain't shot in 5 years. I don't even know if I could hit the barn if I was standing inside of it. I was like,
okay,
this will be a fun day.
Yeah, no joke.
Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, dude.
So, with all of that stuff, we include the marker so you can circle or cross out your targets when you hit. You can keep using them. We've got dots if you want to dot over stuff. We are working with defense specialists to create more of a training program with this. And then we will be rolling out with the chocolates and the tactical grit inside the shot box.
All of this for how much?
For regular price, this Bullseye Basics would be $20.
$20, you get all that stuff.
Yeah. And then on subscription,
pretty sweet. And the box itself you use to
as a
target stand, hold your targets up. That's awesome.
The box can be used as the target holder. We went to the other gun range for a while, and the backer boards were constantly just blown out.
Yeah.
So I ended up using the box, and I'd staple the box to the top beam that wasn't blown out. And I could still rehang new targets and all that.
Nice.
Just use the box.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that does work out if, one, if I'm going to go through and buy each individual one of these pieces, even if I get just a super cheap set of iPro and EarPro, but the marker, all that stuff, I'm going to spend well over $20.
Oh, yeah.
Just
it's about
that.
30, 35.
Yeah. I mean, even for the targets, you're spending $15 at
Yeah.
least for those targets.
Yeah. So he was the. Sorry, go ahead, dude.
No, that's one thing that kind of sets us apart. Is for me and my wife, we want to help people. It's not all about how much money can we make. It's what can we do to help people.
Yeah.
And keeping this as low as we can. And we don't make much on it. It basically covers our costs, but it's to help people go get better.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I mean, when you look at the price of ammo, and by the time people have bought the ammo, now they're looking at targets and all this other stuff, it can put a dent in some people's accounts and stuff. So yeah, that's awesome that you guys are doing this. And
included like getting set up with a holster that you can
Yeah.
actually carry and shoot with. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
very much so.
or like, you know, having an appendix rig versus having an outside the waistband or something, and being able to do both. Like if you just want to go to the range and you don't want to be drawn from concealed every time, you know,
Yep.
have
Well-
one that you can get, one that you can change out and be able to just have that one holster, swap it out, take this box, go to the range.
Yeah.
You're not having to spend, you know, $100 on two different holsters and, you know, $100 a piece on two different holsters.
Well, yeah, because I've talked to several people that, you know, people see a lot of dudes on the interwebs that are, you know, appendix is the way to go. And in our opinion, as far as the natural movement of the human body, yes, the appendix carry is the most efficient, natural way to carry and to draw and reholster. But I've talked to so many people that have been like, okay, yeah, I ordered this appendix carry and it is uncomfortable as crap. So I don't carry it anymore. So I had to get this other holster that I can, you know, put on the 3 o'clock position or whatever. So that is a great, because correct me if I'm wrong, if I come in, I order a holster and I'm going to run the inside the waistband gear clip.
Yeah.
And I run that for a week, 2 weeks, and I'm just like, this is not comfortable. I can call you up and be like, hey dude, can I order like just the outside the waistband configuration? Can somebody do that?
They can. We're still adding that to the site because it's like our standard gear. A lot of people don't like the extra holes that we put in here. So if they just order the gear, we don't put those because most of the time they're not going to use it as a hinge holster.
Correct.
But if they order a hinge holster, you can order like the gear with it, stuff like that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So
we
if
are going to be adding an option, and I'm hoping that it doesn't cause too many doom scrolling of so many options.
Yeah.
But it'll say like core system compatibility, so that we'll drill those extra holes.
Okay.
So that if you want to buy it later, you can.
Okay. That makes sense. One thing that you had mentioned is we're kind of working to get kind of a training program together for these shop boxes. And one of the things that we talk and we teach, whether it be in our concealed carry classes or just a regular class, is when you go to the range, you need to go to the range with a plan. If I go to the range and whenever I get there, I'm like, what am I going to do? Well, I'm just going to mag dump or whatever.
Yeah.
So the whole purpose, there's a couple of purposes to go under. One, it's just fun to shoot. But two, the main purpose should be I'm practicing and I'm training to get better, to become more proficient, to become more comfortable with my weapon, and know my limitations and know where I'm at. So we're kind of working together to basically try to help people if they're interested in signing up for this particular program. Each month, it'll be like a 12-month program. And the first month is literally starting out the basics. But when you open up your shop box, you will have a list of drills for you to work on that day. And they're not super high round count.
Right.
Again, because ammo is expensive.
Yep.
And you can get some really good effective training 50 rounds and less, as long as you're doing it correctly. But every month will be a progression. So say month one, we're going to be doing just very simple, basic, and so I think what we had talked about was there will be a target specific for that drill.
Oh yeah.
And then, still have the fun targets in there and the other targets, but like when you open it up, it'll have your curriculum for that day or your drills for that day, and then which target you're supposed to use for that particular training. And then, just continue to progress throughout the 12-month period, all the way up to, indexing on multiple targets or working on bill drills, things like that, just your speed and progression on that.
You're going to have to define bill drill now.
So, yeah.
So
who's Bill?
A bill drill. Bill drill, I believe it was originally done by, I may be wrong on this, and if I am, I apologize, but I believe Bill Wilson with Wilson Combat designed this drill years and years ago. And it is a drill to kind of track your speed and accuracy, bringing those two things together. So the drill is, to do it correctly, you go from the holster and you draw and fire 6 rounds into the A box, which is the center box, as fast as you can, 6 rounds. So from the holster, so we use that drill to kind of, we're gauging how am I, I'm looking at my first shot presentation, how fast I can get out of the holster and press the trigger for the first time. Then I'm looking for consistent, what's called a split time. And that split time is the time it takes for you to press the trigger and press the trigger again. So that time in between is what's measuring how fast we're shooting. So I'm looking for the split time to see if I'm consistent across the board, because depending on how you train, most of the time we're shooting anywhere from 2 to 4 rounds, or we're just doing a mag dump. So if I get into a habit of, okay, I'm going to shoot 2 rounds, I'm going to shoot 4 rounds, what we'll see, especially with newer shooters, is they'll draw and they'll fire like 2 rounds, then there'll be a dramatic pause, then they'll fire 3, pause, and then clean it up. And most people actually only fire 5.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still waiting on the 6. But
I always do 7. I always do 7.
You do. You really do. But, and then, so those are the things that we're looking at for the speed. And then on the accuracy, what we're looking at on the target is, where are my rounds impacting on that target? And if I'm just super flared out all over the place, okay, then I'm not managing that recoil correctly. I'm not getting a good clean trigger press. So it is a wonderful drill to start out.
Yeah.
Just bringing those two things together, that speed and that accuracy. But you can also do it from the low ready, which we do recommend, especially on the concealed carry, is running it from that low ready presentation. And then our recommendation on I don't really want to throw out there, people should be doing these insanely fast draws from concealment. One, it's a major safety issue, especially on the appendix carry.
If you're not very
very
advanced in that.
Yeah.
He has a story.
Yeah. Not for me personally, but somebody that I've heard of.
But working that draw from holster, that is definitely something that needs to be done dry.
Yeah.
But so there's different things. So just working that progression throughout the year and being able to see that progression. And we've kind of talked about even throwing in, like on the target, a little note thing to where you can track your times or your accuracy, things like that. So we're hoping to have that out pretty soon.
Hopefully pretty soon. Yeah. We're both have full-time jobs, so finding the extras is a little rough.
It can be.
So something you said kind of made me think of a story that I had heard where it was actually a police officer was training, and they'd shoot like 3 times and drop the mag, reload, shoot some more. Mm-hmm. They'd done that so much, when they got to an actual firefight, they shot 3 times.
Did a mag change.
Oh, man. And had to get back into it. And it's like, so make sure when you're training that you're doing things the right way, and that's purposeful. Like, think about what you're doing.
Absolutely.
If you're going to build that level of repetition, make sure you're thinking about what you're doing when you're doing it. Mm-hmm. So, he started 3 rounds and look around. Okay, now it's safe. We can move to the next step.
Yeah. When I first got into law enforcement years ago, which I was trained by dudes that were, working in the 70s and 80s and stuff like that, back when they were running wheel guns. And one of my old lieutenants was talking about the way that they used to train for wheel guns on the range was they had to pick up brass. So kind of a cheat, what dudes would do is they would fire their 6 and then they'd dump them in their hands, put it in their pocket, and then reload. That way they didn't have to go down and pick up all the brass. So he said that there was an officer involved shooting. The officer was killed, but whenever they got there and, they're working the scene, his hand, he had fired and cleared all 6, and the casings were sitting in his hand.
Man.
So.
Yeah.
But
habits can be built very quickly.
We get on to people all the time about when you hit that mag release, let
it go.
Unless I'm doing a tack exchange with my mag, that thing's hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good point. Very good point.
Well, awesome. So, our advice: get a great holster. Klinger holsters are awesome. We all run them, use them all the time. I mean, Paul abuses his.
I do
every day.
I do.
He hasn't broken it yet. So.
Hasn't broken one yet, huh?
Well, and that was one thing we told him whenever we first. We were like, we're hard.
We're hard on
stuff.
it. Yeah,
we are hard on stuff.
Yeah. I told him try and break it so that I can improve it.
Yeah.
The only way I know to make it better is if I get feedback.
Speaking of, do you have a warranty on your holsters?
Yeah, so the Kydex has a lifetime guarantee.
Lifetime guarantee? Really? So what happens if something breaks?
If it breaks, we'll send you a new one.
Okay.
Awesome.
And if you go to our website, there's a link on our website that you can get 15% off of the holsters. So you can do that. And if you don't want 15% off, cool. Just go straight to
go pay the whole thing. Great.
And get a good holster.
I think there's only one thing that we haven't talked about.
What's that?
It's our cushion.
Oh, cushion.
Cushion.
Yeah.
Cushion for the.
That makes Kydex is uncomfortable. So when you add that cushion on there, other way. You want the point to go toward the grip.
Point to go toward the grip.
It's probably a little low, I guess. But.
That does make it more comfortable.
But
yeah,
as thin as that is, it is breathable material, so it keeps the Kydex off your skin. It has a waterproof core, so if you do sweat, you're not getting it on your gun. And it does actually add quite a bit of comfort just from that. I think it's a 1/4 inch.
Yeah, it's not thick at all. I mean, it's not a whole lot. So, but I mean, you can tell
it takes the hot spots off.
And yeah,
like we've had people say that they'll fall asleep with it because they forget they're wearing it.
Oh wow.
Guy sits in his chair at night and forgets to take it off when he gets home, and so it does make a big difference.
Yeah.
So that's a carbon fiber print. So
yep.
One thing, and I know people like colors and all that other stuff. My philosophy, and it's just my opinion. If it's concealed, who cares what color it is?
Yeah.
I mean, if I get some really cool design, I don't get to show it off because it's concealed.
Yeah.
But you do offer multiple color selections.
We do. We've got, I think it's 8 colors plus carbon fiber. I brought them somewhere. I don't remember where they are now.
Maybe in your box.
Yeah, maybe in your bin.
Yeah, we've got some standard, I think black, blue, gray, red, purple, and teal. Mm-hmm. And then we've got the black, blue, gray, and red and carbon fiber.
Okay.
So yeah, our competitors offer 60 different colors and patterns, and but yeah, we kind of have that same philosophy of we prioritize concealed carry.
Yeah, and
we focus on the comfort, the concealment, not the aesthetics. So yeah, we've got some more rounded edges. We don't have those hard, crisp lines, but my wife says we have the dad bod of holsters. Yeah. So
yeah.
It doesn't have points for a reason. It's not chiseled because we don't want it to hurt you.
Yeah.
Points hurt.
Yeah.
Hard corners hurt.
Yeah.
For sure. But can we do a quick shout out?
Yeah, do a quick shout out.
Hey, so one of the things that people have mentioned is, we have what are you doing over there? Oh, I thought you were reaching for something.
No.
So, prepared to defend yourself.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
With a coffee mug?
Yeah.
From a coffee mug?
There's our water bottles and stuff. So, Michelle I'm going to make sure I get this correct. Michelle with Michelle's Design Works with an X made us these awesome tumblers with the Beards and Badges logo and our fun saying of let's wet fire some freedom seeds. So shout out to Michelle. Thank you very much. You guys check her out. She does the submariner, submarine, printing thing.
Sublimation.
Sublimation. We'll go with that one. I think that one's correct. But yeah, check her out. She does awesome work. And thanks again, Michelle. We appreciate it.
Awesome stuff. Well, great. So go check out Klinger Holsters. Get a holster. Get to training. Get one of the shot boxes. Get on the range. Go train.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here, Bo.
Thanks for letting me.
Appreciate it.
Cool.